Hello, my name's Rhona and I'm going to take you through a short 10 to 15 minute movement and mobility session. For this, you will need to be sitting on a strong, supportive chair, something like a dining room chair. You need to make sure the area around you is clear of all obstacles and you can move your arms and legs freely, and take things at your own pace. If something doesn't feel right, don't do it, cut that part out. I hope you enjoy it. So I would normally start my sessions with an icebreaker. It generally introduces the participants to moving, focusing the mind on moving and what they're about to commence with. You can start with anything, but something I quite like to do is to get participants to draw letters in the air. They might get increasingly bigger, and then increasingly smaller. Make sure you do both arms. This idea could be developed towards writing an autograph in the air, the whole alphabet. You might want to change arms for each letter. Or just flowing with the arms in time with the music. Another idea is imaginary juggling. It immediately gets everyone moving in unison. If you imagine you're the best juggler in the world, you can juggle fast, you can juggle slow, you can juggle wide, you can juggle low. And then lastly, you can develop the idea of popping bubbles. Imaginary bubbles where some are high, some are low. And it just brings everyone's focus into movement. Okay, we're going to begin the session with a warm-up. Make sure your posture is lifted and you're sitting up tall in your chair. As you lift your shoulders up to your ears and drop them down, and again lift them high as you can up to your ears, drop them down. We're going to go along our right arm and start tapping the muscles down the arm. You can be quite vigorous with this and go back up the arm, tapping underneath and all the way up to your shoulder joints. You're going to start rub now, so you're going to turn that tapping and change it into a rub. So you're rubbing the muscles of the arm, down the arm, and then moving onto the other arm, back up the other arm, waking it up. We're going to start the tapping on this left arm now. So tapping the shoulder joint and the neck, down the arm, biceps, triceps, down to the forearm, working back up the arm to wake up all the muscles. We're going to take that rubbing and now rub the midsection. Be quite vigorous here. Rub the sides of your waist, rub around to your lower back. This area always needs some attention. And then bring that rubbing to the hips. We're going to go back to our tapping now. So tapping the thighs, you can be quite vigorous with the thighs, they need a lot of waking up. And then tapping down the legs, just go as low as you can. If you can reach to your toes, be careful of the chest. We're going to turn that tapping back into the rubs. So we're going to rub the thighs. You can focus on the knees. You can focus on the shins and the calves. And then you're going to take that tapping finally to the heads. Little taps on the skull to wake up the facial muscles. And then a little rub of the cheeks. And a rub of the temples, and we're feeling more awake now. Okay, now we're moving on to mobility and strength of the lower body. So you're going to need to have space around you to be able to move your legs freely. Make sure you're still sitting up nice and tall in the chair exercises. So watch my feet. We're going to lift the right heel and press it back down. Lift the left heel and press it back down. Lift the right, press it down, and lift the left. We're going to carry on with that a little bit quicker. Right heel lift, left heel lift. Keep changing side to side. Sitting up tall, just the legs are moving. And last one, right and left. Now you're going to peel the toes as high as they'll go and plant the back in the floor, then lift both heels up as high as they'll go. Lift both toes, just off the floor, and heels. Now, can you do that quicker? Toes up, heels up, toes up. This is all improving the ankle range motion. So keep lifting them as high as they'll go. Toes up, heels up. Now you're going to pump the heels nice and quick in time with the music. Both heels up, up, up. You're going to stretch your right leg forwards and press the toes away. Lift them up, press them away. Like you're pushing a brake pedal on a car. And back to the center. Left leg does the same. Push the toes down to the floor, lift them up. Push the pedal down, lift it back up. Push the pedal down, lift it back up. And you're ready for some ankle circles. So we're going to take the right leg and we're going to circle the foot 4 times one way. Now this is quite strong for the leg strength, so you can do this with the foot resting on the floor. Let's change sides. 4 one way, 4 the other. Well done. Make sure you're sitting up tall. We're going to take some heel taps to finish. So you can add some arms as well. Heel tap forwards, heel tap forwards, heel tap forwards, heel tap forwards. Okay, you might want to pause the video at this point and go and get yourself a scarf or length of material that you can use for this next exercise. We're going to use this to open up the body a little bit deeper in some stretches. Okay, so if you've all got your scarves, hold them out in front of you. Sit up tall, roll the shoulders up and down and back. And again, up to your ears and down the back. Take that scarf over your right leg and hold a twist to this right side. Take it back to centre and then stretch it over the left knee to the left side. Excellent. Fold the scarf in, reach it as high above your head as you can and bend to the right side. Stretch back to centre, lift up tall and bend to the left side. And back to centre. Now you're going to keep that scarf in your right hand, drop it down your back and try and grab the other end of the scarf with your other hand. And you're reaching your arms away from each other. Well done. Let's swap sides. So dangle the scarf down in your left hand and then grab it with your right. Stretch away. Well done. Now bringing the scarf over our foot if we can. You want to grab both ends and you want to keep it straight back as you fold forwards. Now, if you can't get the scarf around your foot, don't worry. Just rest the hands on the thigh and fold forwards. Well done. You can hold these stretches for a little longer, but we're moving on to the other leg. Keeping the back straight. Pull on the scarf. And sit back up. We're going to float the scarf overhead to the end of the track with one arm and then swapping over, floating it over the head with the other arm. And you can even throw and catch the scarf to finish. So this next little section is a 1920s inspired tap movement break. You might want to get yourself a cane or a stick or a length of something to hold, or you can always use your scarf from the previous exercise, or you can also do it without. Enjoy. Okay, everyone hold your canes up. Ready, you're going to tap your right heel, push your cane forward, bring it back. Tap your left heel, bring it back. Tap your right heel, push that cane out and in, and left. Tap to the right, out, and back to centre. Tap left, back to centre. Right, back to centre, left tap. You're going to march. You're going to lift your cane as high above your head as you can and bring it down. Let's go again. Tap right heel and back. Tap left heel. So it's a full repeat. Tap right heel and back. And left heel. Tapping to the right side. Tap down and centre. Tap down, centre. To the right. Tap and centre. Tap left. You're marching. Pick the knees up if you can and bring them down again. You've got 4 positions you're going to hold. Other side. Take it high. Other side. We're going to tap the left foot first for 7. Keep tapping it. Now change to the right. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Back to the left for 4. And right for 4. Let's go back to the beginning. Heel taps, push the cane, bring it back. Heel tap and in. Heel tap. To the right side we go down and centre. To the left and centre. Right side and back in and left. You're gonna march. Lift those arms up. Pick the knees up. Down again. We're going up again. And down, and you can hit a finishing position on the end. Okay, we've reached the end of our short movement session, but we're just going to do a short cool down to finish. Like you warmed up the body, it's always important to cool it back down with some gentle stretches. I hope you enjoyed yourselves. Okay, sitting up tall again to start with. We're going to take our right arm over the top of the head and then draw the right ear down towards the right shoulder. Don't force it, take some long inhales and exhales to lengthen the left hand side of the neck there. And release that hand back off. Do the same to the other side, so sit up tall to start. Take the left arm over the side of the head towards that right ear and then draw the left ear down towards the left shoulder. Make sure you're breathing. And release that arm back again. Now you're going to push your right arm towards me. Push that palm of the hand forwards, and then if you can, take the fingers at the bottom and just extend them down. You're lengthening down the length of the arm. Make sure you're breathing and relaxing into these stretches. Let's change arms. Push the left palm towards me. Make sure fingers are towards the floor. Draw the fingers back. Keep that arm nice and long and lengthened. Good, and then you're going to finish off with a twist. So we're going to take the left hand on the right knee, take the back of the chair, brace against it, and then turn and look over your right shoulder. Make sure your knees and your feet are still pointing forwards. Let's change to the other side. Take that right arm on the outside of the left knee. Left hand braces you on your chair. Look back over your left shoulder. Sit up nice and tall. And then release the stretch back to the front. Let's roll the shoulders down and back to finish.